What's cracking, y'all? You are now watching Boo TV. Appreciate you for stopping in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, and let's get into the topic for today. Draymond Green, Draymond Green, Draymond Green. America's Most Wanted. Draymond has been ejected yet again for mollywopping Nurkic in the face. I'm talking full extension. Wham! Wham! He knew what he was doing, like he always knows what he's doing 99% of the time. Okay? If you haven't seen the play, here it is.
Great passer.
Fields just picked up his third foul. And now Green runs over Nurkic, and he'll be called for the foul, and they're going to take a look at this. Oh, man.
Well, that's going to be a flagrant.
Yep, for sure.
Now they're going to just try to decide if they think it was excessive. It's going to be at least a flagrant one, could be a 2.
Which would be an ejection. Boy, that is a...
Now, if you recall, just a couple weeks ago, Draymond Green was suspended for putting Rudy Gobert in a chokehold. Y'all remember that? And the NBA gave him 5 games. Now, I had put out a poll not too long after that incident happening, after the NBA decided to give him a 5-game suspension. And I put out a poll right here on this channel, and I said, hey, do you think the 5-game suspension for Rudy Gobert was warranted? I didn't tell anybody what I thought for putting that guy in a solid snake stealth chokehold. Shout out to Metal Gear Solid fans, by the way. And Splinter Cell fans, if you know what that is. But yeah, I didn't think 5 games was enough. Given any other player, first-time offense, second-time offender, whatever. 5 games, sure, no problem. But given Draymond Green's history, his rich history of violent acts on the court, especially when he be trying to play it off like it was an accident, that's the funniest part to me. Like, it's clearly obvious. But given his rich history, I did not think the NBA was sending a message to Draymond Green. The point of giving the suspension is to be an aid in altering future related behavior, similar behavior, right? Punishment, a deterrent to try to persuade players to act more appropriately in these situations. But Draymond Green has such a rich history of this stuff that given the offense and given the offender and his history, I did not think 5 games was appropriate. Now, I understand in the 1980s, even in the 1990s, especially the 80s, what Draymond Green did to Rudy Gobert, not a big deal. Nobody's batting an eyelash. Nobody's getting suspended, might get a technical foul, play on. No problem. I get that. 100%. But this is a different league that we are watching today and that these players are playing in. So based on the atmosphere and the way this league, this era, handles these kinds of situations and views these kinds of situations, 5 games was not enough. And what Draymond Green just did proves my point. Had he served, say, a 15-game suspension for what he did for Rudy Gobert, maybe he thinks twice before he mollywops Nurkic. Maybe. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's no helping this guy. Either way, given his history, he deserved the stiffer punishment in this era of the NBA for what he did to Rudy Gobert. Now, not too long after returning from what he did to Gobert, serving those 5 games, Who really thought that he was going to change his behavior or act more accordingly? Or restrain himself, control himself? Who thought that? 5 games? 5 games is enough. 5 games is nothing. It's like a week and a half, man. What are we talking about? Sure enough, he said, oh, they only gave me 5 games? Bet. Wait till the next event. I'm mollywopping the next guy. Sure enough, mollywop. Now, I hope the league, Adam Silver, I'm pretty sure this is going all the way up to Adam Silver. I hope they learn their lesson. I don't know why they've been so lenient with this guy. I don't understand. But he needs to serve a 15 to 20 game suspension for what he did to Nurkic. Not just what he did to Nurkic, but what just recently happened and his long history, his long track record of similar incidents prior to that. You have to send a message or attempt to send a message. And each time he keeps acting out of line, hammer him harder. Hammer him harder. He's a grown-ass man. He's not a child. He should be able to figure this out quickly. And if he can't, well, he's going to pay for it. Literally and figuratively. And the Warriors are going to pay for it. And if the Warriors were smart, if this happens again, I'm looking to move this guy. Because what's the point of having him on the team? Oh, he brings energy. Oh, he brings playmaking. Oh, he brings defense. Oh, he brings leadership. Okay, that's all good. But if he can't stay on the floor, what good is all that? If I can't utilize it? I want them to send Draymond Green somewhere else because it'll expose Draymond Green for the overrated player that he is. You know, I think he fits perfectly and is a perfect fit for the Warriors and how they run their offense, their system, yada, yada, yada. I think he would be a lesser version of himself on most other teams. I truly believe that. But anyway, that's not what this video is about. He needs 15 to 20 games. He does. Nurkic didn't do anything to even warrant that kind of reaction. At least not in that moment. And I don't think he was doing anything prior to that. Because you know how something might happen the last 10 plays and it slowly builds up to this one play where we see the lash out. Listen, regardless, that was completely unwarranted. Especially in today's era of basketball. This guy got an issue, man. Draymond Green has an issue. This is uncalled for. This is childlike behavior. What's his beef, man? What's his problem? I don't know. Maybe he'll learn with a stiffer punishment, penalty, suspension. Maybe he won't. But you have to enforce it. You have to stick the message. If y'all giving him, a known offender, 5 games, what kind of message are you sending to the rest of the league? People that aren't as egregious as Draymond Green. Now they're going to be like, y'all let Draymond, a repeat offender, get away with 5 games for putting a guy in a chokehold. You can't give me 5 games. Well, it wouldn't make sense. And I don't have a history of this. You have to set the bar. Make an example. Steve Kerr cracks me up. Post-game, of course, all the reporters are asking Steve Kerr about Draymond Green. And Steve Kerr goes, yeah, I haven't seen the replay yet. I can't comment. Of course he was going to say that. Of course. Steve Kerr, shut the hell up. You didn't see the replay? You was on the floor, and I'm sure they showed that on that big-ass Jumbotron in the center of the court. And I'm sure you was just like this with your hands crossed, looking up with your eyes squinted, just like that. I'm sure you was, Steve Kerr. You didn't need many angles. You only needed one angle to see what the hell happened there. One angle. And I know you saw it on the Jumbotron. Shut it up, boy. Steve Kerr be killing me with that. He will defend that man to his grave. And I get it. Because he knows what he can offer to the team. But hey, man. You can't offer it if you ain't around. And your priority is making sure you keep these guys' head in the game and keeping their bodies on the court. I hope you're reprimanding that, man. behind the scenes, something. Sticking it to him. Anyway, that's all I got to say about it. Y'all let me know what you think about it. Do you agree? Do you disagree with my logic? And how many games do you think Draymond Green should serve now after that mollywop to Nurkic? Please, I would love to hear your opinion. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified. Dub Nation, what up? And I catch y'all on the next one. We out, baby.